Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another one. Today we're going to be driving some dumpsters and talking about the 3 or 4 R's of the dumpster business. R number 1, this is just a joke, but R number 1 is repeatedly add air to a tire without fixing it when you have a slow leak. I'm just kidding, don't do that, but I think we're all guilty of that. Repeatedly adding air every single day for like a week, and then you get sick of it and finally have it fixed or replaced. Yeah, that one's a joke, but we're gonna put some air in this tire and go rip out some dumpsters, and we'll talk about the R's of the dumpster business. Going to Docket here, drop this off. We are done. We are gonna go pick up another 20 yard. Click navigate, and boom, 12 minutes. Tight little dead end road, but we have in the notes on Docket, because Jake's been here. I think this is our 2nd or 3rd dumpster here, but Jake's been here, and there's a turnaround right here, so everybody's got to turn around. I don't care what you got, even a roll-off truck, whatever, small hook lift, whatever, you're gonna have to turn around. But there's a nice little turn-off spot right here. Works out really nice. It's like somebody moving, selling, buying, and 20 yard picked up. We got one dropped and one picked up. It's only like 8:15, so we're about 10 minutes from the dump. We'll get this bad boy to the dump and take it to its new home. Then it asked me, do you want directions to the dump? I'm gonna say no, because I know where I'm going. But that's a really cool feature in Docket, because a lot of times you get to these places and then you got to get to the dump, so then you got to go and type in, find the dump or whatever in Google Maps, and it's all in here, just built into the software, so we can just click a button. And the cool thing is you can have multiple dumps on here, so when you add multiple dumps, it automatically tries to figure out, based on mileage from where you're at, which dump is closest to you. So it'll always ask you, do you want directions to a certain dump, and it is the closest dump to your area. Like, we have 3 dumps, so we have 3 dumps programmed into here, and super nice. So we're gonna get into, I don't know, I just came up with another R just while I was driving, of the dumpster business. Now, not all, some of these are more important than others, and some of them are harder to achieve than others, but we'll start with number 1. Number 1, reviews. We want reviews for our business. Doesn't matter if we have 1 dumpster or 100 or 1,000. Doesn't matter how many dumpsters we have. We need to work on reviews. This is something that I think a lot of people miss, or are not consistent about trying to get, is Google reviews. Google reviews have always been important as long as I've been in business, but I think they've become a lot more important lately. And part of the reason for them becoming more important is because a lot more of your competition and other business owners are trying harder to get reviews. And by them trying to get reviews, it means you need to be trying to get reviews, because in one way or another, Google My Business is a competition. And so it helps in the way that we rank as a business, how many reviews we have compared to other competitors. Also, Google takes into consideration for our SEO where our Google reviews are coming from. So when somebody leaves a Google review, they you know, they're going to be at a certain IP address, or if they're doing it on their phone, Google is able to like basically geo-track where they're leaving that review, and Google knows where that phone or IP address is located, so it's going to factor that into your SEO. So if you have like 5 towns in your dumpster service range, and all your Google reviews are in one of those towns, Google is automatically going to rank you and figure how you rank more in that one town versus the other 4 towns, just because of Google reviews, because those Google reviews are telling Google that this person is running their business most likely, or the majority of their business, in a certain area. So Google reviews, you need to be asking for Google reviews. When you see customers, you need to be asking for Google reviews. If you have a software like Docket, what we do, so when I just clicked pick up that dumpster, it automatically, through Docket, through the software, sends them an email and a text message. And in that text message, it says, thank you for your business. We appreciate you. If you wouldn't mind, please go click this link and go to Google and leave us a review. It's going to do that through text message and email. Like, for example, that customer right there, I didn't contact or come in contact with that customer, so I lose out on that chance to ask. But we still did ask that customer, and that's going to help us get a lot of reviews. The other thing that we've been doing, which has been working out really well and helped us get a lot of reviews, is paying Jake a commission for Google reviews. So Jake is our full-time driver, and he earns a commission for every Google review that he gets. This is a really fun way to motivate your employees and help them earn a little bit of extra money. For example, the last pay period, Jake got $350 in basically bonuses for getting Google reviews. Now, you might think, oh, why would I pay for a Google review? You're not paying the customer, and you should never pay the customer for a Google review, but paying an employee helps incentivize that employee to ask for that Google review, and Jake is an absolute savage. Now think about this. Say, oh, I don't want to pay for Google reviews for my employee. How much would you pay as a business owner right now for 100 Google reviews? How much would you pay for good, verified, legitimate Google reviews? How much would you pay? Would you pay $2,000, $5,000, $10,000? Ask yourself that question. Then figure out for your employee or even yourself, and make it a little bit fun. We started it as a competition to see who could get the most. Jake won. I pretty much gave up at this point. Jake just kicked my ass on that. But I pay Jake $50 per Google review that he gets. $50. Now ask yourself that, oh, $50, that sounds like a lot. Would you pay $5,000 to have 100 Google reviews right now? If your answer is yes, well, then you should be paying $50. You also have to think that those Google reviews, whether we continue to operate this business, whether we sell this business, those Google reviews last forever. And the big thing, like with Google, is to have Google reviews spread out over a long period of time. That's going to allow Google and let Google know, and your customers know when they're looking through those reviews, that you've been in business for a while and you've been doing good, by your customers for a while. So that's how we get Google reviews. And if you guys aren't doing it, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You have to be doing this consistently, constantly, and just work for it. One at a time. Everyone's going to tell you yes, that they will give you a Google review. Not everybody is going to do it, but the more we ask, the more likely we get Google reviews. And it can be a fun competition. It can be a great way for your employees to earn extra money, and it helps the business at the end of the day. Paying $50 for one Google review seems like a lot, but at the end of the day, in the long run, this is going to help our business tremendously. All right, let's get this bad boy to the dump and figure out where we're going to drop it off. But that is the first R of the dumpster business. R. All right, we got that 20-yard dumped. and we're gonna get into the next R. Now these next few R's, they all kind of relate to each other, and you can't really have one without the other, and they're all very important. Reputation. Now, for new guys starting out, a reputation is going to take time to build. You're not going to start out with a reputation of any sort when you start. And there's an old saying that says, you know, it takes years to build a reputation, and you can ruin your reputation in seconds. And that's very, very true. It takes time to build a reputation, and there's a lot of factors that go into it. We have to treat our customers with respect. We have to bend over backwards and try to do what the customer wants at almost any cost. Sometimes in business, even losing money to retain a customer and keep a good reputation is money well spent. So building a reputation is going to take time, but you have to be very, very careful how you do it. And like I said, you can easily build a bad reputation just as easily, or probably easier, than you can a good reputation. So building a reputation over time with your customers is something that's really, really important in any business, not just the dumpster business, but in the dumpster business it's very important, especially with a lot of competition out there and stuff like that. We want to make sure that the customers remember us for our service and for, you know, the way that we treat them and the way that we handle our business. That's going to allow us to maintain and build a good reputation, which is going to help our business in the long run. All right, we're at a local school playground here, and they're going to be tearing out the old playground, putting in a new one. We're actually going to be dropping two 20 yards here. I don't know if Jake's bringing one or if I'm bringing the other one. I'm not sure. I have to look at the schedule. I might be bringing the other one too. But this one will be, one load's going to be scrap metal, and one load is going to be like the plastic and all their pallets and all that kind of stuff here. So you just seen me there. I was talking with the guy who's going to be installing it, and he said, oh, if they're not in the right spot, the dumpsters, we'll just move it with the excavator. You guys got to be really careful. Tell these guys no, because they do it. They're used to doing it, and we have damage on quite a few dumpsters from people doing it. And I mean, I understand they just think our dumpsters are a big hunk of steel and they can do whatever they want, but we need to try to educate them, tell them, and then we have stuff in our contract as far as damage to the dumpsters go, but don't let people do it, because it's just a little scratch here, a little scratch there, and then your dumpsters look like crap. Now this one looks like crap. It's got dirt or something, paint on it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, these dumpsters are made to work, and they are going to get dinged up over time, but if we can do anything to eliminate it, we need to try to do that. Got a bunch of kids out playing on the playground here, and they love watching the dumpster and the truck and everything like that. They think it's cool. I would have thought it was cool when I was a kid. I loved stuff like that. But so the next one, and this really ties into this job right here, is repeat customers. Now, like I said, you can't, these next R's are going to all kind of tie together. Without a good reputation, you can't have repeat customers, right? Unless you're like the only one in your market. But if there are a lot of choices in your market, if you don't have a good reputation, you're not going to get a repeat customer. And repeat customers in this business are extremely important. And if you are advertising and trying to do the largest quantity, you know, or the amount of money in dumpsters every year, repeat customers are really important. It's really important that we keep a good reputation with those repeat customers so that they continue to call us back. So this year, I think that's probably our 10th dumpster or something along those lines, doing these playground rebuilds. There's a bunch of them being redone in our area, and I think we have other dumpsters on playgrounds as we speak, other than this one. Now, not only am I bringing that dumpster, Jake will also be bringing another 20 yard to that site, and who knows how many more they need.
Take the second left,
but getting those repeat customers,
then turn right onto Omro Road.
Let's see here, where am I going? Getting customers like that, contractors, house flippers, real estate agents, and getting that repeat business is so important to our business, and it can really help you grow your business fast. The other thing that's nice about customers like that is they know the routine, they know what's expected of them, we have their information saved, and they just continue to call us. But without a good reputation, we can ruin a customer's experience really quick, even if they've maybe done 10 dumpsters with us, and we ruin or we drop the ball somewhere along the line. They're just going to move on to the next dumpster guy and give them a try. So it's really important for repeat customers that we are fair with them, honest with them, we have good communication with them, and we do what we say we're gonna do when we say we're gonna do it, and you're gonna keep that repeat business.
Take the next left onto Wisconsin 21 East West Main Street.
Another thing about, especially if you're a smaller hauler, is putting those repeat customers first. You have to always put those repeat customers first, because if you don't, say you're sold out of dumpsters and you cannot service that customer when they need you, they're gonna move on to the next guy. And it isn't necessarily because you did anything wrong, it's because you weren't able to suit their needs. We have to be very careful in this business that we're able to do anything that we have to do to suit that customer's needs. Let's say that guy calls me tomorrow for a 20 yard and I'm completely sold out. I'm gonna give him 2 15 yards for the price of a 20 yard to maintain that customer. Now, some people might disagree with that. They might say that that's dumb, but that's what we have to do to maintain those relationships with these contractors and these repeat customers. I am much more willing to potentially lose money and give him 2 15 yards for the price of a 20 yard than I am to lose his business for the rest of, you know, as long as he's in business or as long as we're in business. I'm way more likely to give him like 2 10s or 2 15s for the price of a 20 than to just tell him no. We want to make sure that we do and provide a service that they need when they need it. This is very important, and I think a lot of people, when they're first starting out, are going to struggle with this because they're just trying to get what they can and take what they can get. And this is where I say you never ever want to be sold out of dumpsters, ever. You don't ever want to, because when you are sold out of dumpsters, your best customers are always going to call inevitably and want a dumpster, and you're not going to be able to service them. And it's very important that we're able to do that. I gotta take this call here. Hello.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
It's the last of it right here.
Is it? That thing looks old. What is that? Typewriter?
Yep. Well, you can have it.
That's a real truck.
It's a Ford.
Not
It's
a
a Ford. It's a real truck.
Yeah. The roll-off truck? No, the
Probably works pretty good though.
yeah.
It's got paddle shifters on it. Yeah. It's a race truck.
Yeah.
Moving truck will be here Monday the 24th.
All right, well, I'm gonna get her picked up and get out of here.
Nice talking with you.
Thank you. I mean, this is literally small town America where we're at, and we're in Van Dyne, Wisconsin. And you can see I've talked with those guys for probably 10-15 minutes. One of them is a local that I recognize. The other one is a local that is moving to North Dakota. But just keep in mind, you guys, no matter how busy you are, take that time with those customers, talk to them, and just listen to them, bullshit with them a little bit, and that goes a long way in this business, and it's important. No matter how busy you are, always make time to talk and chat with your customers to the best of your ability. Don't shrug it off, and don't just don't be a dink. I have a feeling sometimes when we get busy, we just think, hey, I don't have time.
I was just following you, I think.
Oh, yeah, you were. Yep, I just picked one up in Van Dyne, right by your house. I saw you tailgating me. You're drafting like in NASCAR.
Love you.
All right, love you, bye. This is how we build a reputation and get repeat customers, is just being personable with these customers and looking them in the eye, shaking their hand, talking to them, and you know, really truly building a relationship with them to some degree. My sister just called me. She was just behind me. My sister literally lives like 5 houses away from the pickup, and I live about a mile from that pickup. So these are our people. These are our neighbors. These are our friends. This is our community. And to build a good reputation and get repeat customers, this is very important, which brings me to the next R, referrals. Referrals are so important, and what we were just talking about, your reputation and things like that, is how you're going to get those referrals. When you're nice to these people and talk to them and act like an actual human around them, rather than just go, gotta get this dumpster, gotta go here, gotta go there. I mean, I get it. We're in a hurry and we're trying to get things done, but referrals are so important, and doing these types of things, especially in small communities, is gonna help you get those referrals. And referrals are so important because it's free. All we have to do, and here's my buddy Stang right here. See, this is a small community, and people talk, people know each other, and to get referrals and repeat customers, it's very important that you're not only a part of your community, but your reputation is spread throughout the community. Because when your reputation is spread throughout the community, you're going to get those repeat customers. And when you get those repeat customers, that's the cheapest way to get business. Those are customers that we don't have to advertise for, and with a good reputation, our previous customers are advertising for us. And I think a lot of people talk about this, and I think for a lot of guys that maybe are in similar, you know, areas like me, smaller towns and stuff like that, it's even more important for us than the big cities, because people are talking and people have options. So this is just ridiculous. Did you butt dial me? This is how you build a business, is creating relationships with these people. And it starts with looking them in the eye, a handshake, and then doing what you say you're gonna do when you say you're gonna do it. And that's really, really important to the longevity and growth of your business. What I'm getting at, and this seems obvious, but I think that we can all do a better job doing it, is building a reputation in business, and getting referrals and repeat customers will come from that. So it's very important, and like I said, all these things are tied together, and your reputation can be ruined very quickly. And just as fast as people refer you to other customers, if you do them wrong or do them bad, just as easily as they are willing to refer you, they will talk crap, and they can ruin your reputation because you didn't do right by them. So let's make sure that we're taking that time and keeping, like in today's world, online sales and all this kind of stuff, we need to make sure that we're spending that time with those customers, because a lot of customers still very much appreciate that and really want that, especially our older customers. They really want that personal touch in business. They don't just want to go online and click buttons and have a dumpster show up and, you know, a dumpster leave. They fill it up and leave. They want to talk to you. They want to build a relationship. They want to see your face. They want to talk. And that's the way that we get referrals and repeat customers. It's so important. And this is one thing that I will never stray away from in any business that I ever run. To the best of my ability, in an online world, I still want to see and talk to these people, and it's very, very important. Another one dropped.
Driving backwards.
Yeah, it's tight.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Alright, well, I just got all itchy. Oh, yuck. There's a bunch of blown in insulation in that sucker, and it's been raining up in our part of the world a lot lately. And it was all stuck up in the front corners, and ugh, pain in my butt. I was in there shoveling it out. Wonderful. Well, we're gonna take this one to its new home. But I guess one of the R's, or another R here, is another R is just being reliable. And this goes so far in every business, is just being reliable. And this kind of crosses over with some of the things that we've already talked about. But if you're reliable, you answer your phone, you do what you say you're gonna do, and you provide the service that your customers need for a reasonable price. By being reliable, you're gonna get more referrals, you're gonna get more repeat customers, and you're gonna build a better reputation. Now, a lot of the things that I've talked about in today's video, you can't really buy these things. You can't pay somebody to do these things for you. You can't create something like this overnight. It takes time to create or to get these things. I'm following a tractor here. So don't be discouraged if you guys are new. Maybe you're a year in, maybe you're 2 years in. Some of these things are going to take time, and like I said, you can't buy them, you can't purchase them. They're something that you have to work towards every single day, and they will come with time, assuming that you're doing the right things, treating your customers right, and following these kind of just general business rules, really. One way that we create a better reputation and get repeat clients and are reliable is because of the systems that we use in our business, and Docket's a huge part of that. Creating a good website, having good communication with your customers, helps us stay on schedule and keeps us on time and reliable. This also makes us efficient, and by being efficient, we're able to keep our prices a little bit lower than maybe the rest. And efficiency is key in this business, and efficiency equals, you know, better margins. Now, maybe I'm a little bit different than some people when it comes to business, but I'm not all in it for the profit. Profit is extremely important, and do not represent what I'm saying. There is a certain level of profit that we need to have in our business to grow, maintain equipment, and continue to operate and provide great service. But profit isn't everything. Creating these relationships and you know, providing this service is very, very important, and profit's very important. But profit isn't my #1 goal, and that might sound crazy to some people, but it's really not. I want to create a good brand, a household name, and just provide great service to my customers at the lowest price that I can possibly do it, and still maintain the profit margins that I want. This is something that you guys got to think about. And like I said, profit's very important, and we have to be profitable in order to continue running our businesses. But it's not everything, and at the end of the day, money, everything's not all about money. So keep that in perspective when you're thinking about your customers, especially customers that are using you regularly, repeat customers and things like that. They want to be treated fairly, just like you would want them to treat you fairly. It's very very important, I think, in business. I think a lot of times we get caught up in profit and increasing margins and this, that, the other thing, and that's great, and I think everyone should do that to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, without these customers and without these relationships and without referrals and, you know, reliability and all the R's I've talked about, profit's not a thing. If we can't do those things, we will not profit. So we need to put customers first and make sure that we keep them happy, and the profit will come. We are going to drop this 15-yard off, and I will see you when we get there. We'll be there in a couple of minutes. We just dropped that 15 off. A nice beautiful place out here on Lake Butamore. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys have comments or things that you'd like to add to some of the things that I've said, obviously I'm not the giant dumpster expert, even though I play one on TV. I just try to tell you guys things that I do and things that help me in business, and hopefully I can help you guys out there who are running businesses, starting businesses, and just try to help you think about things maybe a little bit differently, try new things, do things a little bit different, or, you know, you can do them the way that I do them as well, and it works for us. And these aren't my ideas necessarily. I just put them out there for you. So leave some comments and let me know what you thought of today's video. I'm all itchy now from that insulation in that last dumpster. Dag nabbit. But Jake was out running all day. I was running all day. And talk about just a wonderful, beautiful day here in Wisconsin, running dumpsters. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.